So this is the virtual acoustic poetry, the VAP by Kamitan Arts. And Kamitan Arts, we don't just run projects and small performances in the performing arts, but we try our best and we endeavor to raise awareness issues around social justice and injustice, exploring topics of cultural identity and issues that really matter to us today. We have an undertoning line of knowledge that we share about ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, Africa, and that's where the word Kemet, Kamitan Arts, comes from. Today I'd like to introduce you to a brother by the name of Nicholas Orlando. He's from Indigenous Enterprise, and I've invited him in to tell us a bit more about the works that Native American Indian organizations are advocating for the First Nation people. So Nicholas, round of applause for Nicholas for coming in and joining us. Where are you at? Where are you at?
Well, I'm right here. I'm here with you. Yeah, I'm over here in Muswell Hill, North London. So,
okay. Yes.
Been stuck here for a little while now. Over these last 3-4 months, almost going on with this.
How are you keeping?
Okay. You know, it's yeah.
Can I just ask everyone else to mute themselves, please? Just while Nicholas talks with us. Can everyone please mute themselves? Right, yeah, go ahead, Nicholas. Sorry about that.
So you can hear me all right, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's been all right. Everything's been, there's been a lot happening. I guess just in the world. From the time that actually, funnily enough, from the time that I've been on lockdown. Prior to my grandfather's tribe, my tribe, the Mashpee Wampanoags, the government tried to take our land, our sovereign land from us, and in the time that the lockdown has happened, the ruled against it and said that actually by doing so, in the method that they did it, was illegal. So they went against their own legislation in an attempt to try and circumvent what land to free rights that we had as a tribe, as many nations have with their sovereign land. So that happened, and then of course with George Floyd, and then the uproar, and with that with Black Lives Matter, and then also the Dakota Access Pipeline. That's now been revoked, so that pipeline is now going to be de-established, and everybody who was working there has now been sent home, which is standing rock, which is something that as a people we've been fighting for a very, very long time. So that's a big win. And then also the Muscogee people have also just been awarded, they say, a lot of their land back in Oklahoma as well. So a lot's been happening.
What was them taking away the land, or trying to take away the land around lockdown about then? What was that, and how did you sort of overcome that, or did you not? Like what's happened?
So,
there?
I mean, Donald Trump actually has a massive history, a long history, with trying to put casinos onto native land. That once upon a time there was
casinos.
a huge battle, legal battle between Donald Trump and a lot of the nations about who had rights to build casinos on the land, and in the end, it was decided that only natives of their land could build casino on native land, of which Donald Trump, he wasn't very happy about that. So him getting into power, he attempted to make a grab to try and change that decision. Really.
But surely it's like anything that you wanna sort of build on that land. If it's the land of the native peoples, then surely it's just them that can build whether it's casinos or houses or sports centers, whatever the case is, isn't it really?
Yeah, for sure. But I guess at the time it was something that had never been discussed before, so it was a motion to set precedent, and obviously a good decision was made. Not a lot of the time good decisions are made when it comes to our people's land and what it is. Actually, auntie, she's here. My auntie Leandra, she's a.
Oh, amazing! Is she here with us? Greetings,
Yes.
Leandra. Greetings, auntie.
Hello. Hi. How are you guys?
We're good, thanks. Great. Thanks for being here with us.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
From the Omaha Nation. She's what they call a reservation native or resident because she was born on the reservation, right?
Yeah, born and raised on the Omaha reservation in Nebraska. I'm an enrolled member of the Omaha tribe in Nebraska.
And where are you tuning in from now? Are you tuning in from the States now?
No, actually, I'm from South Derbyshire. I moved over here about 12 years ago because my husband's British.
Right.
But yeah, so I kind of connected with Nick because I've sort of started this group of Indigenous people living here in Britain. So there's
what
probably
kind of
about.
work do you do?
So currently I work in sexual violence, but I'm also a student at the University of Oxford studying towards my master's in cognitive behavioral therapy. And then I do a lot of Indigenous activism throughout Europe, in the States, here throughout the UK.
What kind of things do you advocate for? I mean, how can people find out more about the stuff that you know that you do and the campaign work?
Yeah, so I'm on all social media platforms. You can find me under my name, Leandra Nephin. We're currently got, at the minute, one of the things Nick and I are working on with the rest of our group is a rugby club by the name of Exeter Chiefs. So it's a very stereotypical mascot that they use, kind of denigrating our culture and our traditional ways. And so we're kind of fighting against that at the minute. There's a petition out that you may want to check out called Exeter, I think it's Exeter Chiefs for Change. And it's basically looking at changing the mascot, branding, imagery, and how that affects Native peoples. A lot of the public speaking engagements I have generally are around intergenerational trauma, boarding and residential school trauma, missing and murdered Indigenous women, which is a huge thing that's happening throughout North America and South America as well, amongst Indigenous women, where we're actively being targeted. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. There's a number of Native issues that really come into play, especially when you consider, you know, some of these things in the heart of the colonial empire that is Britain.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. We'd love to know more about the works and how we can support. And Nick, is there any other stuff you'd like to talk to us about with regards to the works that you do and Indigenous enterprise? And then obviously, I'm happy for Nick and Leandra to share with me some links, and we will share on our Instagram and Facebook, which we use more so than Twitter, but we have Twitter as well. So we're Kamitan Arts, and I've just put down here Leandra Nephin, and also if you just follow us, we'll also share their links. But please, Nick, tell us a bit more before we open up the jam.
Yeah, for sure. I've got a load of links that I can send. Primarily, my main body of work is as a UK manager, European representative of Indigenous enterprise. And Indigenous enterprise, by nature, is a dance company. We do all our dances are traditional native powwow dances from northern and southern style.
Amazing.
In the States, up and down the States, you have a lot of powwow competitions where a lot of people come together to dance, and you have competitive dances.
Just to raise the profile of this style of dance, which is obviously not mainstream, right? So
not at all. In fact, actually, outside of America, for Native people is pretty much non-existent. Our company is one of the first really to globally expand. You know, we've done Sydney Opera House.
Amazing.
It's for like thousands of Aboriginal Australians. You know, that's an incredible was an incredible experience for our dancers. And then also it'd be the first time really that a whole company of dancers, Native American traditional dancers, that will be coming to the UK, which is what I'm facilitating
Amazing. So the dancers are actually of this, you know, they're from the lineage of the Native American people. That you can't just be a dancer that's from another culture and sort of no, you're from that specific lineage and you're representing your lineage.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's been known for people who are not of
authentic
to do power. It's very rare. But obviously, of course, there's a lot of natives who have mixed heritage, like myself. You know, my grandmother, she's Cuban, and Caribbean, and then my grandfather is Native American. So, you know, there's a lot of us that have mixed heritage, and you know, just like that, we engage in powwows and dances and stuff like that. But a lot of the time, our mission statement really is just to, you know, show the rest of the world what it is our culture is kind of comprised of. You know, because a lot of people, they don't really understand.
It's been whitewashed, hasn't it? It's been, you know, America's been taken over. Everything's just exactly wiped out. You know. And even when we were talking the other day, you were just saying like the government has only really recognized a few tribes, and over the years it's taken a while for that, you know, for the new, I'll call it the new American government, you know, the modern American government and the modern state of America to recognize, you know, the different tribes and the different groups of people that first were, you know, there on the land, the indigenous, the original people. As you were calling them, First Nation, right?
Yeah, First Nations. Yeah, that's right.
So it's, you know, it's taken a while for them to actually recognize the different tribes. But you know what? Thank you so much for sharing a bit of information with us about the organizations and this amazing dance company. I mean, even Kamitan Arts will be thrilled to sort of speak about future collaborations. Definitely, we love all this, you know, creative, multidisciplinary, and definitely authentic and true to your culture and true to your people, and representing that just as we do. And really, as throughout all the sessions we have, where can I just unmute the musicians? We'd love some ambience here, Sarah and solo kids. Awesome. Yeah. And just I was saying, yeah, so what we've sort of something we've sort of mentioned throughout the sessions, like even from the time of Black Lives Matter, you know, that's not a new thing. You know, there's been injustices, there's been racism and killings of people of color from time. It's not a new thing. But in essence, we all are one. You know, the Most High created us all, and the more we can focus on our similarities rather than our differences, hopefully, the more of a peaceful and loving world we will have. However, that isn't always the case, is it? So at the end of the day, when injustices do occur, we got to speak it out and speak it loud and campaign and come together and say, hey, this is not okay. And we are going to unite. We are going to come together, whether it be black, brown, yellow, white, wherever you're from. We're going to unite against this oppression and against this racism, against this prejudice, against this injustice. So thank you again, Nicholas and Leandra, for blessing us all with the knowledge and the message. You know, very important.